Hey all, this is Nosis. And this is part 17 of the master playthrough of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. And yes, so I tried to do this recording actually several times. Did we say part 14 or did we say part 15? I think part 14 was the latest we did, and this should be part 15 then. Yes, this at the master. Always need to show that, or use to check, right? Because, sometimes I might go and play on another character, of course, and then I forget to set it back, and stuff that, so yes. So, these are the characters, of course, with Vegeta speedrunning Nappa and Mr. Popo so far. But we're continuing where we left off because yeah, you're gonna see that we are not where we are supposed to be. So, we're currently inside the tower. We have done the whole Thieves Guild questions. We do have the Grey Cowl, but we don't have it on us currently, and stuff that. And we have boss here, shield on self. So basically on magic effect here, you can see here, for example, that it shows up how many you have of certain something. So the one on the side here is how much you have. So you have 25% on Chameleon from Ring of Shadows, which you can actually find during one of the quests. I don't know if I just got lucky or if that ring can always be found during that quest. Warrior Bird Sign for Fortified Strength, of course. Red God Disease Resist. And then we have 50 now in Shield from Foxring, Foxhound, Boss, Big Boss, and Lion. Yes. So that is the thing, right? So on Master difficulty, you take 5 times the normal damage. So let's say like this, right? So for example, there is normally set on Adept. So there's Master, there's Expert below this, then there's Adept, then there's not Journeyman, it's called something else. Or is it called Journeyman and then Novice? Right, because it's called with whatever the skills are called, correct, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Master, Expert, but that should mean the Adept should actually be called Journeyman if they want to have it correct, because why is it called Master, Expert, and then like Novice? Like, why couldn't it then be like Master, Expert, and then like Journeyman instead of Adept, and then Apprentice and then Novice? Because Novice is the easiest difficulty, of course, and stuff that. So why is it called like Adept in the middle? Like, was that meant to be a name? At first, I had planned that it was planned to be being called like Adept instead of Journeyman and stuff that, is the question, right? So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, so here's the thing, right? During the quest that we were on, the thing that happens during that quest is apparently if you save at a certain specific location, that just causes the game to crash because yeah, first off, I loaded an autosave that happened earlier, and stuff that as soon as we entered the area, and then I tried getting into combat, trying to like get away from them and stuff that, and I managed to do that, and then I saved, of course. But then when I came through to the next area, then that caused the game to crash. Whenever I would try to use manually save, that would crash. Doing a quick save would crash. So then I would have to load from that area again and not save in this particular area in order to like prevent it from crashing and stuff like that. Which, like, because here's the thing, like, if the recording crashes, there is nothing left. Like, it shows up as only being paused. So then you would think, oh, you can resume the recording, but that does not happen and stuff like that. So yes. Now currently, of course, we have the Fox ring here. We do have an extra ebony ring that I might enchant with whole shield instead of having chameleon here, but 25% chameleon is just very good at this point. So we still have boots we can enchant. So that would be 60%. If we enchant the shield, that would be 70%. If we would enchant this ring, then we would get all the way up to 80% of like physical damage resistant. So yes. And of course, with an amulet, we would reach 90%. Basically, so yeah, so we're at 50%, 60, 70, 80, yeah, and then 90% with the thing, and that would basically be every single slot then being enchanted and stuff that. So there's certainly no way to reach more than that, but if we would reach 90%, right, that it would be a big deal. So from my understanding, now that we have 50%, that's basically the same as having the effect of the thing, having the effect of a certain other spell and stuff like that. So my stats currently here, certain stats have gone down because we have gotten Yielded a few times, which I believe that you will be able to actually see here. So our current bounty is 40, our current infamy is 42, or Fame is only 2. Days, yeah, 73 items, total 1,000. Assault 332 large about 3,840 for murders. Crits kills, people killed, places found, locks picked, locks broken. Yeah, that's pretty good stat there. Some trapped. Some of them have only been stupid, maybe, but like being like impatient and stuff. That books read, skill books read. Hours slept, hours waited. This is a vampire. Yolks told. This is contracted. None roots found. Yes. So you know. The current problem is that we don't have any more grand soul gems and stuff that which we can go, of course, and try and get our more hands on because we still have 18,000 cash left, which is good, of course. But I thought, right, so yeah, Lucian Lassance, so we could do that, and yeah, I got a suspended from the maid skill. So apparently, right, there is a certain specific one in that certain specific area that counts as being a member of the maid skill, which just suspends you and stuff that like. Because here's the thing, right? Or you don't actually need to kill him to get into his chest, I think, because technically you can just go to where his tower was. I don't remember where his tower was now. I think it was over, like what? It's over here somewhere, right? Isn't it? No, that's really. Where were your forts again? Because it should be on the map here somewhere. No, not that. Fort Fakken, Fort Nasu, nope. And I think that some of these locations you actually find out about from like NPCs and stuff that, and reading certain books. I believe that there are books that actually has locations. I forgot where exactly that goddamn fort is, man. I forgot the stair course, obviously. Because we know, of course, what it's called. Stuff that Fort Kant, the Fort Urasek, Fort Empire, Fort Kant, Fort Ash, Fort Nickel. Because it does not count as being like a cave or a dungeon or whatever, so it's a fort. I thought it would be somewhere on the map. I really, really did. Because he is a specific guy. That guy. He is a specific guy, of course. In day, Wolverine. Yeah, Fatty Aaron's house. That's where it is. Yeah, it is. Because you can basically go to that tower. You don't actually need to go through that underground passage at all and stuff. So yeah, and here are some things we have here. So we still have the bound craze, which is of course it's a heavy thing, so I'm gonna have a different shot probably on that. We still have the ghost gauntlets left, but I'm using these gauntlets over it because they have more armor and stuff that. They have Grey Cowl of the Nocturnal. So with 45 Sneak with 25, it gives you 200 points of feather, which is like really good. Detect life is also 120 feet, and that's just an active effect all the time, which is like really, really good. We have a Master with Hort, we have the Walker's Helmet still there, and stuff. So those are all the stuff we have. And I've been spreading out my stats a bit, basically, or my stat is being quite spread out now here and stuff that. And I know that I have cured myself from like the vampire, like disease. But there are all cosmetical things also that you cannot like dispel and stuff that. So these ones we need to raise up. But the main problem is I don't think that you only don't need like a bounty. Basically, you need to have the bounty set to 0. But I believe there's also some other things. But yeah. So once we find some more grand soul gems, first let me show you here. Jump. Damn it. And the thing is, I really thought that there was a certain destruction spell. So I've created another destruction spell that I really thought that I would be able to use this. So it's only 5 damage 6, force damage 6, and shock damage 6. This isn't particularly powerful, but that is skill level too low still. And I mean, my destruction is currently at, what's my destruction at? My destruction is at 18 years old. You know, it might just be that it's multi-elemental, that's what the problem is and stuff like that. So yeah, you can see here we have access to. Sometimes it just grays out like that a bit. Yeah, you have the resist magic there as well as the shield spell. You might say, oh, you used to make a powerful enough shield spell and stuff like that. That is, you know, something you could also do. But yeah. So yeah, so we can definitely go with the shield, we can definitely go with the boots, and then eventually also plug in amulets. That's because we do have some amulets still. We could enchant, but here's the thing, right? So my question is that now that we have a current 50% effect, that's the same effect as casting Dragon Skin with the Breton, which we know how powerful that is. But does 50% mean that instead of taking, like, because you take 5 times more damage from enemies, and basically, here's the thing, that enemies don't have more health in Master difficulty. That's the thing that I forgot about, that it's actually not more health. It feels like it's more health, but it's actually that you deal reduced damage to enemies. It does not show up as your like damage value on weapons. Like this will still show you what the normal thing is. But for example, I forgot if it's that you only deal half damage or something like that, or if it's that you deal 3 times less damage than normal and stuff like that, which is why certain enchants are super useful. But we should actually do the main quest. Oh, yeah, break the seeds of quartz. So now the main problem is there's still not a guarantee that we're just going to be able to survive here. There is still no actual guarantee that we will be able to survive and stuff that, you know. Our protect spell is pretty powerful, of course. We do have a heat shield we can use. The normal protect is only 5% and stuff that. So yes, superior spell reflection we cannot cast yet. There's defend, which is a more powerful shield spell there, which is 15% basically and stuff that. Yeah. So, you know, there are some interesting things we can do. Yeah, you see, we don't really do any damage, which is the main problem, really. That we would need to get some sort of magical equipment and stuff like that before we probably go inside. I just wanted to test out the damage. Yeah, of course, for magic, we're still taking out the damage. I just wanted to test that out. Let's see if we can fight stuff yet. So that was before we moved. So we have to load this file before we moved. So yes, so does that mean that things are just over? No, not really. There are still stuff we can do. One thing that I'm actually going to look for, because I think that this is what we should have been doing right from the get-go. Right, because what we should have done on this character, if we would have wanted to make it easier, and we shouldn't have made a melee character at all. We could have, of course, still gone with heavy or light armor here, but we would have like removed blade. We would have, or we would remove blade. We probably would have removed armor. All the armor can add damage to weapons, because we would have wanted to go with spellcaster. So then, basically, you technically don't need heavy armor or light armor at all and stuff. That you can go just with not having it, and instead just focusing on certain spell skills, because if you focus on a lot of spell skills, then you also get some magics by default if you have them as a thing and stuff that. But yeah, so what we want.
Asking for a single coin.
So let's cast the spell a few times here. Let's just cast the spell a few times. The healing spell here. So that a few times. I just want to go inside the Mystic Emporium again because I want to check some things here. Right.
So tiresome.
Well, Calendar, may I interest you in some of my fine wares?
And nothing we can sell. Yeah. and you haven't updated your things yet. So we have Burning Touch here, which is 10 damage, which is not good. Damage Magicka, that could be good if they are spell casting, and that's actually very powerful. 160 points, that's a lot of Magicka actually. That's Grand Soul Game, but that's Common Soul, that's Greater Soul. Yeah, Hailstorm, that's very powerful. Ice Bolt, 70%. Immolating Blast, that's 110, that's like the really good stuff. Like, that's the type of stuff that I managed to find. So I managed to find the staff that actually allowed me to kill stuff and stuff that on master difficulty, because if you do 110 damage with the staff, and then it had like, I think it had like both, not only like fire damage, but it also had like a weakness to fire. So you basically did like a shit ton of damage, but it wasn't just 110 points on the target, it was like 110 points like over 2 or 3 seconds or something like that. So you're dealing 110, 220, 330 basically when the time is over. So, you know, that is pretty damn good and stuff. That, so yes,
Let's do business.
Yeah, none of those are really useful.
On to I spent Captain-elect.
They aren't you the high ranking.
He got reassigned. I never believed in the Grey Fox. Be seeing you.
Yes. This.
We'll see.
Yeah, but I think that I'm gonna steal because, you know.
You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Yeah, we could get Electric Touch here. Alteration, Burden, Non-Touch, Dispel on myself.
Let's do business.
I want to check out everything here actually. Oh, damage fatigue, damage spell, flare, really weak Grand Soul Gem. Less solo course obviously. So that will not cost really good because that's like a lot of like elemental. Oh man. This is so fucking good though because it's 2020 and yeah, that's like really useful. So what skills do you have now?
You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Yeah, so damage on touch, but since the electric touch is pretty good.
Be seeing you.
But what I really want to check out, don't tell me that they're closed yet. Where is Stabs again? Stabs is over here.
Hello.
Oh, aren't you the thief now?
Can I
Captain.
Barnop? Be seeing you.
I'm gonna take and train you in something eventually.
You have my ear, citizen.
So the staffs.
You're in Rindir. I would gladly let you. Venice.
Yeah, it's good to invest in someone's job because that makes them happy, so you can like make things.
I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Like what's it? Ooh, apotheosis. Oh, right. Yeah, that's. But it only has 12 charges. But man, that's so much damage though. Because hey, if we actually want to kill something in Oblivion or in the area, then like apotheosis is so fucking good. Yes, it's only like 12 charges or whatever, right? But it's just like it's 33 damage on each of them. Aqua Silk Robe though was actually very good looking actually. Greater staff damage health on target, yeah, that's 20 uses. Plus stuff for stopping, paralyze. So you could actually have like a bunch of staffs instead. Made suit, made this robe. Red silk hood. Ooh, the silk stuff looks nice. Staff of light. Yeah, why you would cast that on something, I don't know. Open average lock on target. Tattooed robe. White mage. Wild elves. Oh man, apotheosis right now is really fucking tempting. Yes.
You bought that for a
Tell your friends about it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be really good. Though, because sure it's like what 12 uses, but I think with those 12 users, that will make it so that we can actually deal with the actual place, so that we should be able to actually deal with Oblivion from having that, because you know the shit isn't enchanted anyway and stuff that, so you know that's gonna be great. Save. Also, we're still set to master. Yes, good. So now let's go back to the Oblivion Gate, because I know that where we went wrong in the Oblivion place before. Because, you know, we will see, maybe we won't be needing to do any combat at all, but if we need to do combat and actually kill something, then, you know, things will be easier. But let's just run into the gate immediately, plane into Oblivion. Need to again make sure though that we immediately save into another slot here. So let's use save area 3 here. We'll loot this body first here, so I'm Claymore. And we cannot loot the body for some reason. That's weird, but we got an Claymore out of it, which is not that good, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother about something that's only worth 40. I'm not gonna bother with that. Yeah, I'm just leaving that guy alone because he can aggro some stuff for me. Is this gonna be the same one again? Because this kit is different. Run from the Demore guy because he's gonna be busy casting something first. Oh. We wanna make sure that we loot these bags though. Because now we have that chance that we missed last time. We are too fast. We are too fast for you. And then we loot this bag. Short Sword of Storms, that's very good. Shocks damage on stacks, yeah, that's exactly perfect. Look at that, that's 20 damage. Boom. That's just immediate. It's also combat, I think. And because here's the thing, yes, we could use the really powerful staff here, but if we have something like this, for example, and this one has a lot of charges, this has 44 charges, and we will of course prioritize using this. Even though here's the thing, right, this is only 30 damage, this is 90 damage, but this adds a further 20 damage, so it's like actually like it's 33 damage we will be dealing with this. So that means that we're safe in the Playground Oblivion here again, because that was just good enough. Yeah, we did loot that. Now though we go this way, because that makes it easier, because we can loot that body there. So make things easier, and then we just rush inside the building, correct? I thought there was an entrance to this building, is it not? Don't you have an entrance? Mr. Building, sir, don't you have an entrance? Mr. Building, sir, don't you have an entrance, please? Mr. Building, sir, don't you have an entrance? No, you don't have an entrance. It's that building that has an entrance. Hey, he's gonna be busy summoning something. So it's this building? Correct, or is it this one? I mean, it's gonna become very obvious. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it unless this leads up. Right. Yeah. I think those are covered. Ooh, jumper. So that was one of the talk. Maybe it has changed now what buildings you're allowed in, maybe, you know. I'm pretty certain that this is meant to be a fixed location here. So, I know that we can go inside that, but that only led you to the very top of the tower. So you have to go into either that one or that one. Okay, this one has a door here though, at least. Yeah. And now... Now I know where we need to go though, however, and stuff that, you know. Please? Where was it? It's yeah, over here. And then we'll run up. And here. And of course now there is again another door we can take that doesn't require a key or anything. I forgot where it was because that's the one that needs a key. Here. No. It also needs a key. I did not expect that. Use the fucking staff. Use the staff. Use the staff. We get one shot by spells. Okay, that is really fucking bad. Because we don't have a proper resist. Like, we do have resist some spells, but we don't have, like... Okay, you know what? We do this, that instead. We do have that. Equip Apotheosis, I think that's gonna be the best way to kill stuff here. And then we just immediately use the Adrenaline Rush, followed by Walk Right to have more health. Boom. And then we go back to heal major wounds, and then we use the staff. Come on, die, die, die. Yeah, that's out of charges already. Yeah, the main problem is that this didn't have a weakness spell. And we cannot cast our weakness spells yet. So. Yeah, the restriction is too low, because, for example, that would have been weakness to fire, weakness to frost, and weakness to magic. Or even though they're only 25%, that still would have been like very, very useful. So that, yeah, so Apotheosis is out of charges currently. Now it's all up to this short sword. One down. Currently silenced. We do pick up some potion, though we did pick up one potion of healing. Come on. Its face. Please. How many charges do I have left? I do have a lot of charges left, though. Yeah, I feel like this is correct, having this along with this. And then we just fucking Adrenaline Rush. Right here. Adrenaline Rush immediately into War Cry. And then we summon Skelter Guardian instead. And he maybe tank for us. If possible. What he's doing it is actually tanking for me. There you go, skeleton bro. Let me handle this kick, sucker. Let me just use the potion of healing here. We did use both of them, correct? We did use both Adrenaline Rush. Wait, I can check here. Adrenaline rush and walker, yeah. That's not a good fucking combination, the adrenaline rush together with the walker eye. No. Skeleton, bro. Do something. He has a daily Warhammer though. Summon Skeletal Guardian. Come on, Skeletal Guardian, do something, please. What did I take damage from there? Like sometimes it's like really weird. Sometimes it's guaranteed you get hit by lag sometimes. Did he just one-shot my skeleton? Yeah. One hit him. Yeah, that shouldn't be like a hit and stuff that, you know. Oh, wait. We might still be able to do it here, even though our health is like really looking bad right now. He's busy casting spells. You fool! You fool! You save here. I don't know. That's the best attempt that we've ever gotten there. We can do this. You know, I definitely feel like, yeah, we can do this action and stuff that, but we need to... I don't know why it sometimes doesn't work, that thing, you know. The skeletal guy. So, Adrenaline Rush. We want to do it as late as possible, of course, obviously. Immediately once we reach here. Then we cast both of these, and then we cast the Skeletal Guardian. Okay, and now I want to see him tank again. Like that's the main problem. See, that's the thing that last time he actually tanked. And stuff that he actually got the aggro somehow last time. And maybe we just reset the room. Yeah, let's actually reset the room here. Because maybe they will go back to their default positions here. If we're just quick enough inside again. Okay, so we still need what do we need? We need 41. Medica to get it. We killed one though. What do you do? Now it's open. I think you automatically count as picking up the key as long as you kill one. I think because this wasn't open before. I think it's basically like kill one of them. They followed us out on the bridge though. Or run away.
Over here! Quickly! Pickpocket! Pickpocket! Guard your purses! In the cage! Over here!
Yeah, so what? We used nail him, and then we used win. is onto us now. I would normally not do this, but I'm gonna do it.
Over here! Quickly!
Why did it move to third person?
In the cage! Over here!
Okay, so we need to cast.
Over here!
This might have been a mistake. But actually, let me do this here. Yeah, just the autosave here instead. Because we're not aggroed yet at the start here immediately. We're not aggroed. I'm pretty certain that we're not aggro at the very start here, so we can actually do that instead. And then all of our autosaves are now inside Oblivion, so now it's either now we either clear this or we we die. I don't think it will take a while for them to follow us in here.
Quickly!
So, because here's the thing, right? If we see an enemy immediately spawning in front of us, basically, yes, we can do a lot of damage with this, and we still have how many charges? We still have 34 charges with this. But it's better than to still.
Over here!
Yeah, I know. But I don't think they follow us through here, though. And that should reduce the magic cost even more. Yeah, 22 on the heal my wounds.
Over here! Quickly!
Right, the buff ended now. So let's just sit here for this to regenerate here instead. Let's wait for it to naturally regenerate. Because it seems like they won't follow me in until like way later.
Over here! Quickly!
Why did the flame hunter not enter?
Over here! Quickly!
No, I think I tried to heal there actually.
Quickly! Quick! You must get to the top of the large tower. The sigil keep. Find the sigil stone, remove it, and the gate will
The gatekeeper has the key.
Watch out!
Come on, silly skeleton. Can you even reach me?
Look out!
Hopefully he just stops somewhere where I can easily hit him. Haha! He's gonna take damage from that actually, I think. Yeah, Mr. Skeleton, you can take him. Haha! Go, Mr. Skeleton. Fucking. Oh, now you're stuck over there. Wait. Easy. We just needed to cheese. Oh. See, no problem. Like, did you think that I was gonna lose? Me? you think I was gonna lose this because it's master difficulty? Did you think I was gonna lose to some silly little boy? And more I'm ASK. And you have the CD key, yes. Key to the CD key now, as we say so. Yes. And well, basically, we use the base now. Boom. Now we cannot use the adrenaline rush again. We could wait. You know, let's wait 24 hours. Because that will give us back our adrenaline rush and stuff just in case things go bad. I mean, heck, this staff might have been working just for the whole this part alone here and stuff like that, you know. Because about how many more charges we did end up using all of the charges, correct? Yes, it has no more users. It has 0 users now, and we use this in worst case scenario. But I'm not gonna like use this just because I can. Stuff that, but yes, still it's very useful. But let's see, can we repair stuff? Or do we need to repair stuff? Yes, we do. I did get our armor up a little bit. Now, sadly, of course, we have lost some skill levels from like being jailed and stuff that, which, you know, it's not good. But, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Our security is at 87 now. Yeah, that's a bit... So, see you there again. Boom. Right, now we have the CDL key. Yeah, I know we can go down further here because there are actually stuff down here. Stuff actually. There's actually some skeleton guardian here just in case. Oh yeah. So we can go down. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah. So basically that's the elevator we can take, right? But normally this doesn't lead up to where the cell is. Normally, because then you should have been, then we should have been able to go all the way up here, basically, and stuff like that. But I'm guessing that part was closed off for some reason because we hadn't been there before. So that, and this is still the same more guy, right? Yeah. The dumb city keeper. Now, hopefully, the guy isn't still on the bridge. Peace. Go, my fellow skeleton. Right, some sort of storms. Save immediately here. We shouldn't use adrenaline rush just because we can. I'm gonna sandwich you. Fucking dumbass. Fucking dumbass, mate. You know what we're gonna do, right? Do we have that spell though? No, we don't have a feather spell that's like light enough. We don't have a good enough weak enough fight. Can we survive this fall though? I did save correct. Yes, we did save. Olio! Easy. Dedicat. Oceanic Journey. Ooh, very good charm spell. Resist poison, okay. And a... That's worth an insane amount of money though. Because that's a Daedric Warhammer for 5,000. Yeah, we don't need you. Where are we now? Right, we're here. That's where the bridge is. This is how we need to go into. Then the Blood Feast. Hello! Bye! Yes. So, you know, Master difficulty, hallelujah. Right. That feast. Okay, now we're up here. The doors of docks. And we save into the other slot here. Yeah. And we just go straight forward, I think. And we go over here. Then this actually teleports us to the place we need to go. I think. Yes. And we don't need to fight anyone here, we just need to go and get it. Wait. Yeah, the Sanguinis room. Portal room. Got to keep everything. Now we just need to get to the top. I said we needed to go to the top, god damn it. Let's go the other way. Why are we getting fucking knocked off all the fucking time? There's something here. Diamond. I don't technically remember there being diamonds in this game, but still. This. Later Silk, Freezing Burst, Tom. Ooh. That's how I spell Tom. I am gonna wanna read that immediately. Yes. So Freezing Burst, Tom. That actually sounds pretty good. Or your touch spell though, Freezing Burst. You're not, you're a target spell. So that's 10 points over 6 seconds, so that's 60 black damage from Freezing Burst, which is pretty decent. Not gonna lie, get the City Stone. I'm not gonna care whatever this is. Yes, Transcendent City Stone, so it's like, did we get something insanely good? We got Frost damage on strike, 25, and we got Resist Frost, 25 myself. And shot gear. Yeah, so you can see we can put Frost damage on something, 25 on strike, or we could resist Frost on something. I mean, hey, resisting Frost is like very powerful at this point, but we could put it on something. We could like make the Daedric longsword just a giga fucking shad longsword. Yes. Okay, let's go with some Frostmourne, even though Frostmourne is meant to be a two-handed. Frostmourne, yes. Let's go with the Frostmourne, yes. Because obviously, yes. Boom, and now we lost the Sigil Stone. No. But yeah, keep in mind that, yes, there are some things also. So now, we should have a very powerful, something that should be stronger than this. Because that's 25, so that has 70. I repeat, 70 freaking shard, yes, which is absolutely insane. 70 shard, yes, and unlike the short sword example, which is 20 damage, this is 25. And not only is it that, because if this was 20 damage, then that would have been 39 damage, but 39, so 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 44 damage from this weapon. 44 damage, and now all of a sudden it has, it wasn't a bound weapon, it wasn't like a bound one-handed, right? This was not bound, right? Because otherwise it getting weight again from being bound would be really bad. But, maybe it's worth it. No, but the other bound stuff that you get, wait. That is the way 0, that was a bound item. These gloves were a bound item. So, you know, so this was definitely not bound. But this bound sword, for example, the bound bow, the bound stuff here, like the bow and the sword, those would be like really, really good eventually. Sort of the storm is still useful. We're not going to be selling that for the when it has 26 shards left, you know, and stuff that is still going to be useful, I think. So, now we just need to wait for us to get teleported. Yeah, make this my active quest. Close an Oblivion gate. Yeah. They're fucking mad. They're mad. Take this, you mother hunker. Take this, Spider-Hydra. Oh, I'm finally be tanky. Yeah, boy. So much for the master difficulty, eh? Did that guy only get... Yeah, that guy only got knocked down. He didn't die. Okay.
If we make it through...
You close the gate. I need you to come. Are you able to join us? For cover!
For cover! Hell yeah, no more playing no Oblivion here. Good. So, you know. Master difficulty? Yes. So now, you know. Now we have a pretty powerful weapon. And we can get rid of the Apotheosis staff, even though it's still powerful. The main problem, though, is that it only has 3,000 charges. Because here's the thing, right? This has 3,150 charges. Yeah, that is 3,000 charges, but... See, here's the thing, right? That it depends on what it's enchanted by, of course, obviously, right? So that's obviously nothing is gonna match the sigil stones. Because we have access to the best, like the transcendent sigil stone will always drop and stuff, that's it. Now, will I ever reload? No, not really, because I think that is cheating, like you know. You get whatever you will get, but that is why you don't want to finish the main quest quickly, you want to do all of them possible.
For Kavach!
For Kavach and stuff. Despite the day that all it should be hard. Was a lot of damage though. In first, let them tank a bit here.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! Die, damn you!
Did I pick up any more potions we need? Pretty certain we need potion. Right, and Adrenaline rush. Immediate walk here, and sometimes this is better than bringing up the menu. Because the game does not pause that in the menu. Which is something I wish they could have done, like when you bring up the quick menu, that would have still allowed you to, you know. Can you heal? Where's Barbatta?
It isn't that we've been through too much. It isn't that I don't. We've been through.
I'm sorry. Farewell.
Didn't I know you have spells? No.
Be seeing you.
Let's see here. The guards did not die. Let's. Why are they constantly aggroing on me, basically? Like, why are they just like, haha? Yeah, we did this like completely wrong and stuff that, you know. Oh, we can use the rest up here, good. Actually, we should have like used immediately used the skeleton guardian and hope that the skeleton guardian would have tanked for us. That is what we should have done. Let's see how this goes now. Are all of them dead now? Yeah, we can kill a weak as spellcaster that has been damaged already. Consume health. Rain Magica.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
The Derek Warhammer. How heavy is that? They were quite heavy. Man, that gave us great stuff or something though. Yeah, you guys can tank. He keeps getting knocked over though. Come on, skeleton. Killed one of them there. Maybe I should. Yeah, we only have the steel bow. Oh, we do have the bound bow actually. I do have some glass arrows we can use. Not many though. He's dead. Never mind. Now, Frostborn. How many more shards left on Frostborn? 31 shards, that's still good. Right, and we still have their shit equipped. Right, this was an absolute slaughter though. Not gonna lie, that was an absolute slaughter. Get the steel out of there at least. Right, lots of death. Fucking ebony battle axe. Hell yo. I won't say no to fucking ebony battle axe as well. Because it's good. So we need to get quite a lot of stuff now that we can actually sell. That's actually worth a lot. And then we repair first. I said we fucking repair first. Oh, we fucking repair. Got a license. I got a license to repair. License. Oj, license meme. Oj, license. Yes. So that is good. Yes. That is very good. So we did it.
It's safe to pull. Come on.
Hell yeah, I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll be right back in the next one after this.
Report, soldier.
Sir, the air. Farewell.
We've done it. Oh, yeah. You've come. I warn you. Take a few moments. I just can't sleep. I lied.
Where is
Close my eyes, but
Brew dead?
stop thinking about it.
Brew dead.
I wondered if you'd come back. You just